Hey, 반갑습니다. Steve, how are you doing? Hope you had a great weekend. I don't know if you had a long weekend, but we just had a long 4-day weekend. We had Children's Day on Monday, and today is Buddha's birthday. Happy birthday, big guy. Anyway, so I was able to go up to Seoul for a few days, visit some friends, see some of the cool things up there. Hopefully next time when I go up there, I'll try to look you up. But in response to your topic about grading in the university system, it's a whole lot different than what I'm accustomed to, what I deal with working in the public school system. And I've had the opportunity to work in middle school, and now I'm in elementary school. It's just really different. We're not really responsible for grading like you are, or grading in general. Now, in middle school, there were certain times during like midterms or finals or things like that when there would be speaking portions of the final exam where I would have to go through with maybe a few questions with each of the students of the school. And there's 450 students at that all-girls middle school that I was at, and I had to ask those questions over and over. So you can imagine how fun that was, especially after lunchtime, and I would fall asleep right in the middle of some of them, and I'd wake up and the students just be looking at me like. But other than that, every school is kind of different. It just depends on who the head of the English department is. Sometimes you'll be following a textbook, sometimes you won't. In my case, at my middle school, I did not follow the textbook. I brought in activities and things like that that I thought would be helpful for helping the students speak English better. Because the role of a EPIK teacher, a guest English teacher, a GET, is really to model authentic language, and it's not really to necessarily teach grammar or anything like that. Obviously you're not going to do that in elementary school, but in middle school they're learning grammar and things like that. That's for the Korean teacher to do. We do the fun activities, we do things that they're going to be interested in, piquing their interest in using the language, and that's really the most important part and one of the main functions of our job. Now, that's not to say that our role is not important. If anyone's watching this and you might say, well, geez, what am I supposed to be doing there? That doesn't sound like teaching to me. Well, it's just the role that we have, that Korea has created for us, especially through the EPIK programs, to model authentic language and to be in the classroom for interfacing with the kids directly. It doesn't mean that we're not important. In fact, whenever at my school, at my all-girls middle school, there would be times when we would be interviewing for new teachers to be coming in. We have permanent teachers and temporary teachers, where I would actually be asked by the head of the English department to sit in on those interviews and speak with the prospective teachers, the applicants. So that says something there. Elementary school, it's very different. It's very different. There's no grading there. Basically what I do is I have a textbook and an accompanying DVD that's interactive. We go through the lesson segments with the students. They do a lot of listen and repeat. And then we look for an activity online. We create an activity or a game or something that's gonna kind of get them all excited and wound up and everything before the end of class, which is always good fun. But there's no grading or anything like that. Getting back to the middle school, maybe towards the end, there was some discussion about some of the top students and what their strengths and weaknesses were, but it was never asked of us to assign a grade or anything like that. So it's very different than what you're dealing with there, and I can't imagine, you know, having to tell a student who's been putting in the time, putting in the effort, that they got to get dropped a grade level. That's a big bummer. I think that happens similarly in the United States, but still, it's a bum deal. So very different worlds. If you're listening to this and you have any questions about teaching in Korea, feel free to ask them and leave them in the comments section below. I'm gonna bet that it's probably gonna be a little bit different for you than what you're thinking it is right now if you've never taught abroad, especially in Korea. Anyway, that's it for grading in the public school system. Folks, don't forget, if you want to hear both sides of our story, don't forget to subscribe to Steve's channel, which is Chi Ranger Vlogs, on our weekly KAM Chats, Korea and more. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace.